أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطاهرين. May Allah Ta'ala reward you all for joining us this evening for a special recitation of Munajaat Shabaaniyyah. Inshallah, our program for this evening I'll be inshallah introducing the dua and giving a short perspective on the importance of this dua, this munajat, in the times that we're living in right now. And then inshallah we're going to be having a short masaib just to inshallah create the right atmosphere for the munajat, and then inshallah we'll recite the munajat. Alhamdulillah, it's a blessing that by means of these live streams we're able to have mu'mineen from across North America and perhaps even beyond come together and pray together. And I wanted to thank the team at Ilham Magazine for being there to support this effort. The Munajaat Sha'baniyah is a dua which was composed by Amir al-Mu'mineen, Imam Ali alayhi salam. And among the du'as that we have from the Ahlul Bayt, according to the masters of spirituality, they say that this dua ranks, or this munajat ranks among the highest. Meaning in terms of its what it expresses and how powerful it is, the way that it talks about tawheedi concepts, it's something which is unparalleled. And one of the ways that we know that is because in the riwayah about this munajat, it says that all the imams used to recite this munajat in the month of Sha'ban. Scholars like Imam Khomeini rahmatullahi alayhi have said that he says that I've never seen that statement for any other dua, that every one of the imams used to recite this supplication, this munajat. And we've been recommended to recite it as well in the month of Sha'ban. It's one of the special gifts of the month of Sha'ban, the opportunity to talk to Allah and converse with Him by means of the words that are present in this munajat. This munajat consists of two major parts. The first one is where the person who is reciting it confesses their lowliness in front of Allah Ta'ala, that they are Allah's servant, and they don't come in to this having any pretenses. They don't pretend that they are something that they aren't. They are a servant who feels that they have sinned. They feel that they have some distance between them and Allah, and they want to make that up. And so in the second half of the dua, it's about asking Allah Ta'ala for those spiritual perfections, those which is the reason for what we've been created for. And it's not something which is, on one hand you might think that, okay, well, maybe the two are contradictory. On one hand, okay, I've done all these things, I'm admitting to them, but I want this from you as well. Like, why is that? Why is it like that? But this is a beautiful example of the balance in Islam between fear and hope. This is something that has been emphasized in the Quran. It's emphasized in the tradition of the Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, that at the same time that we have fear, we also have to have hope. And in this munajat, we see a beautiful expression of this from the beginning to the end. And it keeps on going back and forth between the two, between fear and between hope. Now, the times that we're living in right now is a time of a lot of fear, and this is something which is natural because it's really like new for every one of us, and none of us would have thought that it could be like this, where everything would shut down, shelter in place, lockdowns, pandemics. There's a lot of fear, and for some of us, many of us, I guess it seems like it's still towards the beginning. And we have yet to see what's going to come in the future and what are the ramifications of that. And we're feeling this sense of fear because of the unknown, because it's something that is we're unexperienced about, and people are they're ignorant, they don't know what's going to happen. This is a time of a lot of unknowns. But for a believer, we have to make sure that our fear and our hope is in the right place. It shouldn't be the case that we fall into a type of thinking where we just look at things on a very superficial level. Like, oh my God, everything is collapsing around me. I don't know what's going to happen, and I'm fearful. Not at all. Not at all. For a believer, it should be the case that they know that all affairs are managed by Allah Ta'ala. Everything is in His hands. And whatever it is, we know that the end result is something which is going to be good for the believers. And this type of hope that we have to have is one which is well placed, because Allah Ta'ala is on the side of the believers. Allah is on the side of truth and justice. There is hikmah behind everything that He does. But we know that every event has a decree, every event has a certain timeline to it. Everything's been measured out, and there is an endpoint to this as well. There's a story I wanted to share with you this evening. I found it inspiring, and something that I've been thinking about ever since I came across it, about the importance of thinking well of Allah and the way He's going to deal with us and the end of trials and tribulations that come our way. It's a hadith that's reported from Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, and he says that it's actually something that happened to Nabi Musa alayhi salam. One time Nabi Musa came across two prisoners who had just been released from prison. So they spent some time in there. Now prison can be something which is a very difficult situation, and it's not the best place to be in, right? So these two have just been freed. Now he sees that one of them is looking very healthy. Like, his body looks like, just he's been, taking care of it, he's fine. And the other one, has shriveled up, and he's as thin as an eyelash. Like, seems like if he did eat, he ate very little, and whatever it was, it seemed like he was sick, he was wasted away. So he goes to the one who's healthy, and he says that, why is it that I see you like this? You just got out of prison. But I see you here that you're looking healthy and, you have energy. So he says that I had hope in Allah. I had husnul dhan in Allah. And I went through this trial, but during that trial, right, I didn't lose hope. Now, what did he do? He was just, obviously it couldn't have been easy for him, but, he did what he had to do. And at the end, it's like, okay, now it's time to move on to the next stage. He went to the second man and he said that, tell me about yourself. Why is it that I see you like this? You're just so thin. That man tells him that during this time, I was just in a lot of fear. Now, Nabi Musa alayhi salam, at that point, he turns to Allah and he says that, Allah, guide me as to which one of these two is better with you. Like, which was the way that you would prefer it to be. So Allah tells him, the one who has husnul dhan in me, that's the one that's better for me. So as we're going through this dua and this munajaat, what we can remind ourselves of is that, these emotions that we're feeling in our heart, like it's a time for strong emotions. And we would like to try to deal with it in a way where we remember that this world is the world of bala, it's a world of test. And we want to make sure that our fear and our hope are put in the right place. Yes, we need to take care of our worldly affairs, and yes, we all have concerns for our dependents, for our community members, for the sick, for the elders, and we're going to pray for them, and we are praying for them. And this is a very serious trial that all of us are facing. Yes, we have concerns about protecting our health, and we need to take those precautions. But we also need to be very concerned at all times about our situation in the hereafter, and how can we use this bala as a way of transforming ourselves, of ridding ourselves of our ignorance and our negligence and our sins, and finding a way to get closer to Allah and having our fear and hope in the right place. So, inshallah, with that, we're going to be beginning the next part of the program. I'll start with a small musibah, and then inshallah the munajaat. Wa sallallahu ala Muhammad wa alihi at-tahirin. There's a hadith al-Qudsi in which someone asks the question that, where is Allah? And in that hadith al-Qudsi, Allah responds by means of the messenger. He says, "Ana inda al-munkasirati qulubuhum." I am with those whose hearts are broken. So we want to, inshallah, when we recite this Munajaat, it's been recommended by the masters of spirituality and ethics that it should be recited when somebody has a good hal. Their conditions should be ripe for being able to speak with Allah Ta'ala. And so one of the ways that we can bring that out is by remembering the Ahlul Bayt alayhim assalam and their tragedies. Sallallahu alaykum ya Ahl Bayt Nubuwah. Sallallahu alaykum ya Kahf al-Hasin وغياث المضطر المستكين. Peace and blessings be upon you, O my beloved Ahlul Bayt. You are the cave of refuge. You are those who come to help those who are in need and call to you. Sallallahu alayka ya Hujjatallahi ala khalqih. Peace and blessings be upon you, O Imam of our time. I'd like to mention a line from Dua Nudba, which perhaps captures the sentiment that a lot of us have right now. عزيز علي أن أرى الخلق ولا ترى. It's very difficult for me, O my Imam, that I see others but I cannot see you. See, O my Imam, how people are searching for salvation. They realize that their leaders have betrayed them. They are searching for guidance and truth. People are calling out. We are calling out, telling you, Ya Imam, hasten your reappearance. There was a time in Karbala where there was a young man who wanted to see his Imam one last time. It was the very son of Imam Hussein, Ali Akbar, who had gone forth so brave, fighting the enemy, the first one of the Ahlul Bayt to do so. Imam Hussein gives him permission right away, but when Ali Akbar mounts his horse, goes to the enemy, Imam Hussein, the riwayah says, فَبَكَى بُكَاءً شَدِيدًا. He cried and wept very much. This was his beloved son who was going in front of him. He fought so valiantly, but there was one moment when that shawq, that desire in his heart to see his Imam, spurred him to turn his back to the enemy. Suddenly he rides back to his father. He wants to see his Imam for one last time. He tells him, "O my father, al-atashu qad qatalani. وَثِقْلُ الْحَدِيدِ قَدْ أَجْهَدَنِي." Oh my father, I am so thirsty, the thirst is killing me, this armor is so weighing me down. If there were only some way I could get some water. But his Imam, his father, knows what he wants. He tells him, "O Ali Akbar, what you're looking for is going to be found in your Shahada. O Ali Akbar, just go and fight a little bit more, and then soon your thirst shall be quenched by your grandfather. It's very difficult for me and for Ali ibn Abi Talib and for your grandfather to see you like this. But just bear just a little bit more and you shall see what is awaiting you. After some time, Ali Akbar, after he has gone back and fought the enemy, they cannot take him down, but there is one man amongst them, the evil one, who launches a spear at Ali Akbar. Ali Akbar alayhi salam falls from his force, but his mind and heart is with his Imam. He sends him his salam. This is the last salam. He tells him, "Oh my father, I see Rasulullah, my grandfather. He is sending you his salam. And he is telling you, hurry up, come to us." ألا لعنة الله على القوم الظالمين. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد واسمع دعائي إذا دعوتك واسمع ندائي إذا ناديتك وأقبل علي إذا ناجيتك. In a hadith we're told that once Nabi Musa alayhi salam asked Allah, he asked him, "Oh Allah, are you far away from me so that I should call upon you loudly? Or are you close to me, Ya Allah, so that I should whisper to you?" Allah Ta'ala in the hadith responds to him, "O Musa, ana jalisu man dhakarani. I am the sitting companion of the one who remembers me." But then Nabi Musa asks him, "O Allah, but which do you prefer?" Allah tells him, "O Musa, remember me in every circumstance. Remember me at all times and all conditions." We want to remember Allah however we feel. If we feel distant, we feel close. If we feel like whispering, we feel like using our voice. He is the one that we want to turn to. فقد هربت إليك ووقفت بين يديك مستكينا لك متضرعا إليك راجيا لما لديك ثوابي وتعلم ما في نفسي وتخبر حاجتي وتعرف ضميري ولا يخفى عليك أمر منقلبي ومثواي وما أريد أن أبدئ به من منطقي وأتفوه به من طلبتي وأرجوه لعاقبتي. Everything that I'm going to do, my final outcome, my entrance into my heaven or my hell is known to you, Ya Allah, even before I was born. You know the choices that I'm going to make in my life. You know everything that I want from you. But tonight I come to you, Ya Allah, and I ask those things by using the words of my Mawla, Amirul Mu'mineen. Because my Imams have commanded me that if we want something from Allah, we should ask Him. وقد جرت مقاديرك علي يا سيدي فيما يكون مني إلى آخر عمري من سريرتي وعلانيتي، وبيدك لا بيد غيرك زيادتي ونقصي ونفعي وضري. Everything that will come my way, Ya Allah, anything that will benefit me, anything that harms me, comes from your hands, Ya Allah. This dua, this munajat helps me acknowledge that you are the source of all goodness for me, Ya Allah. I want everything else to melt away as I turn to you and ask from you. إلهي إن حرمتني فمن ذا الذي يرزقني، وإن خذلتني فمن ذا الذي ينصرني. Wallah, you are my one and only Raziq. You are my only one and only Nasir. You come to my rescue in times of difficulty. You are the one who provides for us from the time we entered creation and then on. إلهي أعوذ بك من غضبك وحلول سخطك. إلهي إن كنت غير مستأهل لرحمتك فأنت أهل أن تجود علي بفضل سعتك. إلهي كأني بنفسي واقفة بين يديك وقد أضلها حسن توكلي عليك، فقلت ما أنت أهله وتغمدتني بعفوك. إلهي إن عفوت فمن أولى منك بذلك، وإن كان قد دنا أجلي ولم يدنني منك عملي، فقد جعلت الإقرار بالذنب إليك وسيلتي. Wallah, one day will come when my time will end in this world. The angels will come summoning me, entering me into the world of the grave. At that time, Ya Allah, if I have nothing to show in terms of acts, then I will turn to you, admitting and confessing. I'm not going to lie to you, Ya Allah. I have fallen short in my duty to you, but I have hope that you will acknowledge my admittance of my shortcoming. إلهي قد جرت على نفسي في النظر لها، فلها الويل إن لم تغفر لها. إلهي لم يزل برك علي أيام حياتي، فلا تقطع برك عني في مماتي. You have shown me so much kindness, Ya Allah, in my life. Sometimes, in order for us to appreciate Allah's blessings, they have to be taken away from us. O Allah, I acknowledge that you have showered upon me and continue to shower upon me so many blessings. I cannot begin to count them, Ya Allah. Will you be one who will give me so much in this world, but then cut them off after I leave? Ilahi, كيف آيس من حسن نظرك لي بعد مماتي وأنت لم تولني إلا الجميل في حياتي. إلهي تول من أمري ما أنت أهله وعد علي بفضلك على مذنب قد غمره جهله. إلهي قد سترت علي ذنوبا في الدنيا وأنا أحوج إلى سترها علي منك في الأخرى إذ لم تظهرها لأحد من عبادك الصالحين، فلا تفضحني يوم القيامة على رؤوس الأشهاد. In this world, Ya Allah, you are kind enough to not expose me for the sins that I committed. They imagine one thing about me, Ya Allah, but you knew better than they did. In the hereafter, O Allah, do not disgrace me. Don't disgrace me in front of my masters, the Ahlul Bayt. Don't disgrace me, Ya Allah, in front of Fatimatul Zahra. Don't disgrace me, Ya Allah, in front of the Imam of my time. إلهي جودك بسط أملي وعفوك أفضل من عملي. إلهي فسرني بلقائك يوم تقضي فيه بين عبادك. إلهي اعتذاري إليك اعتذار من لم يستغني عن قبول عذره، فاقبل عذري يا أكرم من اعتذر إليه المسيئون. إلهي لا ترد حاجتي ولا تخيب طمعي ولا تقطع منك رجائي وأملي. إلهي لو أردت هواني لم تهدني ولو أردت فضيحتي لم تعافني. O Allah, you guided me to the path of the chosen ones, the Ahlul Bayt. Would you have guided me to them if it was your wish to then disgrace me? إلهي ما أظنك تردني في حاجة قد أفنيت عمري في طلبها منك. Allama Tabatabai Ridwanullahi Ta'ala alayhi has said that what the Imam refers to here is the request for Allah's maghfirah, for His covering, for that entrance into His special proximity where there is no barrier between us and Him. Whatever it may be, we ask you, Ya Allah, for all the goodness that the Ahlul Bayt would ask you for. Ilahi falaka alhamdu abadan abadan daiman sarmada yazidu wa la yabidu kama tuhibbu wa tarda. إلهي إن أخذتني بجرمي أخذتك بعفوك. I'm very fearful, Ya Allah, over my many sins and my offenses against you. But I am also very hopeful, Ya Allah, in the extent of your pardon and your forgiveness. وإن أخذتني بذنوبي أخذتك بمغفرتك وإن أدخلتني النار أعلمت أهلها أني أحبك. إلهي إن كان صغرا في جنب طاعتك عملي فقد كبر في جنب رجائك أملي. إلهي كيف أنقلب من عندك بالخيبة محروما وقد كان حسن ظني بجودك أن تقلبني بالنجاة مرحوما. إلهي وقد أفنيت عمري في شرة السهو عنك وأبليت شبابي في سكرة التباعد منك. Oh Allah, many years have passed. My youthfulness is gone. I wore it out, being distant from you, being in a stupor and intoxicated, being distant from you. What was I intoxicated with? It was my own lusts and desires. It was all the false things, the false hopes I had set up around me. Oh Allah, I want to break all of those. I want to break my attachment to them on this evening. Oh Allah, I want to declare my love to you. I want you to fill my heart with your love. إلهي فلم أستيقظ أيام اغتراري بك وركوني إلى سبيل سخطك. إلهي وأنا عبدك وابن عبدك قائم بين يديك متوسل بكرمك إليك. إلهي أنا عبد أتنصل إليك مما كنت أواجهك به من قلة استحيائي من نظرك وأطلب العفو منك إذ العفو نعة لكرمك. Allah, forgive me for not having more shame. I was so bold to commit the sins that I did. But tonight I seek your forgiveness and your pardon. You are the one who is Kareem. Your Ahlul Bayt are Kareem. I turn to you by their stake, asking your forgiveness. إلهي لم يكن لي حول فأنتقل به عن معصيتك إلا في وقت أيقظتني لمحبتك وكما أردت أن أكون كنت فشكرتك بإدخالي في كرمك ولتطهير قلبي من أوساخ الغفلة عنك. Oh Allah, there's only one thing that will clean out my heart from all the sinfulness. It's when you give me the tawfiq to have your love placed in it. Oh Allah, I want to love none other than you and those who love you and those deeds which will take me close to you. Oh Allah, make yourself more beloved to me than anything and anyone else. إلهي انظر إلي نظر من ناديته فأجابك واستعملته بمعونتك فأطاعك. يا قريبا لا يبعد عن المغتر به، ويا جوادا لا يبخل عمن رجا ثوابه. إلهي هب لي قلبا يدنيه منك شوقا، ولسانا يرفع إليك صدقا، ونظرا يقربه منك حقا. Oh Allah, whether it's my heart, whether it's my tongue, whether it's my eyes, let them be a way of coming closer to you, Ya Allah. In a hadith we're told that every morning when the body parts wake up, the tongue addresses the other body parts, asking them, how are you? They say that we're fine if you leave us alone. But if you don't leave us alone, then our condition is not good. It is because of you that we will either be rewarded or we will be punished. We ask Allah for a tongue which reflects patience, which reflects truth, which is used only to please you. إلهي إن من تعرف بك غير مجهول، ومن لاذ بك غير مخذول، ومن أقبلت عليه غير مملوك. إلهي إن من انتهج بك لمستنير، وإن من اعتصم بك لمستجير. وقد لذت بك يا إلهي، فلا تخيب ظني من رحمتك، ولا تحجبني عن رأفتك. إلهي أقمني في أهل ولايتك مقام من رجا الزيادة من محبتك. إلهي وألهمني ولهم بذكرك إلى ذكرك، وهمتي في روح نجاح أسمائك ومحل قدسك. إلهي بك عليك إلا ألحقتني بمحل أهل طاعتك، والمثوى الصالح من مرضاتك. فإني لا أقدر لنفسي دفعا، ولا أملك لها نفعا. إلهي أنا عبدك الضعيف المذنب، ومملوكك المنيب، فلا تجعلني ممن صرفت عنه وجهك وحجبه سهوه عن عفوك. إلهي هب لي كمال الانقطاع إليك. The masters of ethic and spirituality among our scholars say that of all the beautiful and powerful lines of this Munajaat, this is the one whose meaning encompasses the very spirit of the Munajaat. We may not understand the depths and the profundity of the speech of our Imam Ali, but we say these words knowing that he would say them. We say these words knowing that the Imam of our time is saying them, whispering them in this month. إلهي هب لي كمال الانقطاع إليك. Oh Allah, Give me utmost dedication to you. Cut me off from depending and relying on anyone other than you. وأنر أبصار قلوبنا بضياء نظرها إليك حتى تخرق أبصار القلوب حجب النور فتصل إلى معدن العظمة وتصير أرواحنا معلقة بعز قدسك. There are those, Ya Allah, whose iman is so strong that they have no doubt in you, that they do not pass a moment without remembering you, that they do not see anything but they see you before it, along with it, and after it. O Allah, cleanse my heart so I can see things the way they are, so I can see you, Ya Allah. إلهي واجعلني ممن ناديته فأجابك ولاحظته فصعق لجلالك فناجيته سرا وعمل لك جهرا. إلهي لم أسلط على حسن ظني قنوط الإياس ولا انقطع رجائي من جميل كرمك. إلهي إن كانت الخطايا قد أسقطتني لديك فاصفح عني بحسن توكلي عليك. إلهي إن حطتني الذنوب من مكارم لطفك فقد نبهني اليقين إلى كرم عطفك. إلهي إن أنامتني الغفلة عن الاستعداد للقائك فقد نبهتني المعرفة بكرم آلائك. إلهي إن دعاني إلى النار عظيم عقابك فقد دعاني إلى الجنة جزيل ثوابك. إلهي فلك أسأل وإليك أبتهل وأرغب وأسألك أن تصلي على محمد وآل محمد وأن تجعلني ممن يديم ذكرك ولا ينقض عهدك ولا يغفل عن شكرك ولا يستخف بأمرك. إلهي والحقني بنور عزك الأبهجي فأكون لك عارفا وعن سواك منحرفا ومنك خائفا مراقبا. يا ذا الجلال والإكرام. وصلى الله على محمد رسوله وآله الطاهرين وسلم تسليما كثيرا. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. There are many who are ill right now, and there are many who have other troubles and trials. There are those who have lost loved ones, and there are those who are losing loved ones, and all of them are asking for dua. There's the plight of the oppressed, who are suffering even more given the current situations that we're in right now. So let's all, inshallah, we can, with this heightened state of our hearts, inshallah, we've been able to connect with this munajat. Let us turn to Allah Ta'ala and ask Him for His assistance at this time when we are compelled to ask from no one other than He. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء 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 أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء. For the benefit of all the souls who have departed from among the believers, from among the shuhada, from all your marhumin and marhumat, let's recite Suratul Fatiha.